This video is part of an episodic exploring the cuisine of an age-old tradition in the brink of extinction, the tradition of Periyachi Amman Padayal. You are watching The Spice Table, the Festival of Periyachi, on the Dyaus channel. Periyachi Koli Curry, traditional chicken curry. Once a year, the family comes together to celebrate Periyachi, to celebrate togetherness, to remind ourselves, as long as we are around, we will keep this tradition alive. Ingredients: you will need 4 fresh fertile hens, defeathered, covered in turmeric paste and seared on a fire to burn off excess feathers. 3 cups of onion paste, 3 cups of ginger paste, 3 cups of garlic paste, 5 stalks of curry leaves, some dry spices which include 2 teaspoons of cardamom, 6 pieces of cinnamon, 3 teaspoons of fennel, 2 teaspoons of cloves, 10 star anise, 2 tablespoons of turmeric, half a cup of chili powder, 2 cups of meat curry powder, water, some salt, and a lot of energy. This one requires teamwork. Traditionally, during the Periyachi season, we would purchase live chicken, slaughtered and then defeathered. And as you can see here, they have been covered in a turmeric paste and then further singed on a flame to burn off any excess feathers. Now this part of the video may be a bit disturbing for some viewers because you will see, the innards of the chicken and some blood pouring out. But as the family members and the future generation of the family, we are recording this to know the correct steps and procedure of preparing the chicken. As you can see here, the head has been chopped off, and if the neck is quite feathery, the skin will be removed. And as you can see here, at the back of the wing, left and right, an incision is being made. Same thing goes to the front on the neck. Now, we need to pull one ligament that connects the neck to the chest, and this is the tricky part. It requires a lot of energy and a strong heart. You need to put your hands in, right all into the center, and then just crack open the carcass, breaking the ribs apart. There we go. So as you can see, this is a very fresh chicken. It was alive just a few hours ago. Incisions are being made around the thigh to separate the front and back portion. Now what's going on actually here is that we are trying to cut the chicken into 5 pieces. 1 chest, 2 wings and 2 legs. Traditionally, when you serve the chicken in the Periyachi Padayal or in the offering, you need to reassemble the chicken to look like a whole. But then it's not right or practical to cook it whole because then it wouldn't be a chicken curry, right? So this is why we do carry out these steps to ensure that we get perfect pieces. Now, all those complicated incisions, practically just dividing the back part and the front part of the chicken, the legs and the chest, and the offal all inside. Now, an incision is made just under the chicken breast, and there you go. This is the central piece. Later, we are going to cut this into 2. That's like 2 chicken breasts and 2 wings. We are cracking open the 2 legs and we are going to remove all the innards. It's easy. As for the innards of the chicken, we do use certain parts. For example, the liver and also the egg sacs. Those are still intact. You can see there are like tiny bubbles over there. That's the egg sacs. Crack the bones to separate the thighs from the torso. And there we go. Just slice the chicken and you have one leg and another. So basically we have to repeat this step for all the chickens. We could have 3, we could have 4, we could have 6, depending on how much we want. Also, don't forget to chop off the chicken fingernails. The chicken nails are not good. We don't eat those. So let's just clean that off. If only we had a sharpened knife back in the day, we wouldn't be struggling like this. So there you have it. Also, this part, the bottom, I think, what is it? The tail, the butt, the buttocks. I don't know what it's called. I think it's the chicken keel. Is it? Yeah, whatever that part is, it's not right to eat that for the festival. And here we go. This is the central part again. We're going to divide the chest into 2. And if you see any impurities, because yeah, this is organic farm bred chickens from the village. Here we go, 2 legs. We have 1 torso, with the innards removed. And if you combine the 2 wings together with the 2 legs, you can see that the chicken, although has been butchered, retains its shape, and it's easy to identify once they're mixed up and cooked in the curry. Now let's start cooking the chicken curry. We have ground all our pastes and we have our spices ready. Now, first step, a huge pot. We call this an anda in Tamil. Normally in our country, Malaysia, regardless of race, we use this kind of container to cook for huge feasts and festivals. As you can see, some oil is heated in the pot and we're adding in the dry spices and also the onion paste. In between each step, please give a few minutes for each ingredient to infuse into the oil and cook a bit. Here we have some garlic paste. Mix everything well and give it a few moments to just marry with the heat. And here we have our ginger paste. So that's onion, ginger, garlic paste and also the dry spices. Give this about 5 to 10 minutes in a slow or medium flame. Let it simmer and become aromatic. The next step is to add our stocks of curry leaves. Actually, during that day we did not have enough curry leaves. You can add more if you want to. The more the better. After a few moments, we are going to start assembling the chickens inside. We don't have to be delicate, but we're just putting it in properly because there's a lot of chickens. This is 3 to 4 chickens and we need to make sure everything is coated evenly. So here we have my cousins. We are working as a team. One of us of course filming, the others adding the ingredients, one mixing everything together, the other getting all the other ingredients in. So as you can see, we added some turmeric. Our grandmother is the one dictating what to do because we were technically, apprentices learning the recipe for the future generation once they're no longer around. That's the idea. The chili powder goes in and everything is still dry at this point. Now we need to add the innards that we use. In Tamil we call it maaviral and kalliral, the 2 types of livers, the hard and soft liver. I don't know if it's normal to eat chicken offal in your household, but we do eat that. And actually it's kind of delicious, yeah. In a bowl, add all the curry powder and half a cup of salt, mix it with water and then add it into the curry. At this point, we need to fill up the entire pot with enough water to cover all the chicken. Give everything a good mix, and if you feel like it's too watery, you can go ahead and add a bit more curry powder, which is exactly what my grandmother will do after leaving it for a few minutes. Now the consistency that she wants is not too thick, not too light, but just enough. And once you're happy with the thickness, don't leave it too thick. You need the water to simmer down anyway. This is just fine, and let it boil for 1 to 2 hours and keep checking on the meat every 30 minutes. Now this looks quite done. Maybe another 30 to 40 minutes and the chicken will be nice and cooked. Now this is all complete. We are going to serve the Periyachi chicken for the Padayal. First, add the rice on a large banana leaf. Arrange the chicken according to the pieces that we cut earlier. Perhaps 1 to 2 chickens for display is enough, the rest stays inside the pot. Sutta karwadu, or salted fish that has been roasted by the flames. Our moringa, stir-fried moringa. Boiled eggs. Kali, a traditional dessert. Kolkate, another traditional dessert. The salted fish curry, karuvattu kolumbu, is now added on the chicken pieces and the boiled egg. The combination just gives an amazing flavor. You just can't get more South Indian than this. Ade, another dessert. A serving of fresh fruits available in the season. And this is what we call the child lamp and the mother lamp, Thai vilakku and Pillai vilakku, made in rice flour, and it symbolizes the mother goddess and it symbolizes the children. So technically we are praying for the fertility of our family and thanking goddess Periyachi for all the births of the grandchildren and all the children in our family to keep us going as a family. So we serve that onto the altar. Traditionally, 3 glasses of alcoholic drinks. One would be toddy, but today we have only plain water. Some stout and some beer is served. Our grandmother cuts a coconut and then serves it as a kalanji, or an offering to the deity, as a sign of respect and for good luck. The eldest in the family would lead the prayers and everybody would follow in the same ritual steps. After her prayers, everybody will take turns to ask for their blessings from Goddess Periyachi, and the last person to leave will switch off the lights and leave the area, because we traditionally believe that the goddess herself would come and bless the food and we should give her her privacy. After the waiting period, the Thai vilakku, the mother lamp and the child lamp, the Pillai vilakkus, are placed in 3 main places. One at the back porch, one on one of the main stoves of the house, and one on the artikalu, or this is a grinding stone, traditional sentimental items which hold the value of fertility in Dravidian societies. Now the Periyachi Festival begins. All of that delicious food that we cooked, everybody will put a hand in, mix, separate the chicken from the bone, put it all in the rice, mix it together into delicious rice ball, and then we have a good time all night, just having a good time. This is how we do the Periyachi Padayal.